yourself. Have you ever had the experience in your life where either watching a movie or in your lived experience where you see when somebody comes out of a spell? You see, let's see, Lord of the Rings is a really good example. If you've watched that recently, I watched it with my kids over the Christmas break. So in Lord of the Rings, there's someone under a spell. I forget who it is. It's like the king of some land. And he's totally not himself, right? He's like, and like not making good decisions, feels numb, feels depleted. His eye, like everything looks depleted on him and he's not present, right? And then when the spell is broken, and he is freed from that, he comes back to life. The color comes back to him. His energy comes back to him. And from that experience, he's himself again. What do you know? But this happens in our life as well, where we have friends or family, or we've maybe experienced it ourselves and had the awareness to watch it. It's easier to see on somebody else, where someone is behaving in a way that is just, it's not in character with who you know they truly are, who you know at their higher self, like who they want to be and who they are at their core. But they're making decisions and they're maybe talking to you in a way that you can tell that they're not in full alignment with that. And when they come out of that experience, hopefully, usually when they come out of that experience and they come back to themselves, this can also happen in relationships where we're with someone that somehow creates this mask to who we truly are. And we start operating and functioning from a level of what they want us to be. And then when the relationship breaks or when we create that independence, we can see, oh, what was I making decisions from? Like I was under some kind of spell, right? So this feeling, seeing this in a movie, I use the example of The Lord of the Rings because I just watched it and the king's under that spell, or in our real lived experience. We are consistently working with programming, conditioning, fear-based systems that are, it's kind of like a virus in itself, where we can pick up certain belief systems or certain belief patterns, just like a virus on a computer, and be running those programs without even knowing or having at a conscious level that we're running those. Now, where the real magic is in desire, is in wanting something different for yourself and having a goal or a vision. And that's why I say, if you have a goal or a vision or a big desire for 2023 and beyond, then really pay attention, because the Spellbreakers Club is for you. It's really for the women with a big vision, a big desire, something really magical on their hearts that they want more, they want bigger, they want something really, maybe even what some people call extravagant or too large. And for you to understand that it's through those desires, it's through what's on your heart, it's through those goals that you have for yourself that the magic really is. And it's from that place that we're able to break spells if we choose to. And otherwise, we live in the dream time. So we have a big desire, we have a big goal, and we never seem to actualize it. It stays in the dream realm. And that's where many people live, with a New Year's resolution, with a goal for themselves. They have this goal, they have this dream for themselves, but they don't really believe that it's possible to achieve it. And it's because that deeper subconscious level, there's conditioning, spells, programs running that are keeping your inner computer, blocking those things from coming to you, blocking yourself from going after those things. So this is what it feels like to be in the Spellbreakers Club. It feels like being supported at this deeper level, where I'm going to be working with you and talking with you at the deepest possible level for you to feel what I'm saying in your body and be able to make the changes and bring awareness to parts of your body that have been holding on to past traumas, past stories, past conditioning, maybe even from your family line, from your own line of like your soul's journey through the lifetimes that you've been carrying around like on your back, like a backpack, that when we get in there and we take the things out of the backpack, we can see that it's not necessary anymore, that we can actually release some of those things. We can create a healing around those things. And when you do, you'll see that your desires and your dreams are possible for you. Many times in our thinking brain, in our logical brain, we will want something from a place of lack, from a place of, if we have that thing, we'll finally prove ourselves to someone else, to the world, to our family, to our children, whoever. But everything shifts when we start to see that we have a desire, and we can unpack the traumas and the restrictions and the past beliefs and clear them all out, so that we can actually be in the desire from a place of more than enough, from a place of everything's beautiful and I want more, and I desire more. And so it is our relationship with our higher self and our quote unquote God self, goddess self, whatever you believe in. It's that connection to something greater than ourselves, which is the channel through these desires come through. And so there's nothing wrong with what you desire. There's nothing wrong with having desires. And it's up to you to be in dialogue of why you want that thing and if it's really healthy. I really love looking at Stoicism for all things, like understanding that balance between, desire and Stoicism, that difference between like hedonism versus what's really in divine alignment for you in this lifetime. And that's always a fine little dance that we do as human beings. But ultimately, it's through that channel of our higher self, of that God self. God really wants, God, goddess, source, really wants us to be in our higher self. And we come into our higher self when we are in alignment with our desires. We don't have to have everything right now to be happy. However, it is healthy to desire things. It is healthy to want things in our life. So if this speaks to you, the Spellbreakers Club is probably a great place for you. What it includes is a monthly group coaching session with me, 2 different courses. So I say that I have in mind what the 2 courses are, but different people have done different courses with me already. So I want to stay open. If you have specific courses that you have been on your mind or on your heart that I offer, you can choose the 2 courses. I will kind of direct and say what I feel, but I will let you choose those 2 courses. And then the Quantum Liberation course that I have, and any workshops that I do in 2023. So I already did one, so you'll already get that. And it includes Voxer chats, and it includes the 2023 Planetary Planner. So it includes a lot of things. The courses themselves on their own are valued at way more than the membership itself. But this is because I'm so passionate about bringing it all together and serving a lot of women this year in 2023 for quantum liberation, for this expansion that I see happening with a lot of women in my realm. And so many of us, myself included, have been in this kind of, what I'd call maybe a death process or a transition process that has been very uncomfortable. And now as we're coming into January, it's just starting to happen. For me personally, I really don't feel like it really happens in a big way until we get that second new moon of the year at the Chinese New Year is kind of where I feel like we get that big push of fresh energy, and then almost even more so as we get to that equinox time. So by that point, I think that energy is already kind of running. So it's really at that time where we're starting to get into that birth energy again around that second new moon of 2023. So we aren't there yet, but we want to understand and look at what is the winter time about. It's about that seed energy. And so it's kind of that nesting stage that we go through before we go into labor. What are the things that need to be in order for you? What are the very Capricorn work that you need to do, the systems, the different trainings that you want to be a part of that are going to help you for when we get that big burst of birth energy at that Chinese New Year, where we're going to be ready to go. So based on everything I just said, feel into your body, feel into your truth, and see what kind of support, what kind of systems, what kind of things you really want to have in place to meet your goals and meet your desires in 2023. And if you're resonating with the feeling of being in the Spellbreakers Club for Quantum Liberation in 2023, this membership that I'm offering, check the link in my profile, send me any questions you have, and really, it's a time for you to understand that we are charging ahead and forward, and it's in March of 2023 where we're going to get a lot more energy coming our way, And we really want to take this time at the beginning of the year to set those systems, set those routines, set those rituals that are going to help you stay healthy, boundaried, feeling good. And so joining the Spellbreakers Club might be one of those things for you. So definitely reach out if you're interested in learning more. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.